GMC travels to Concordia College to keep their undefeated streak alive. This is the place for your highlights. You're watching The Burt Williams Show. Coaches traveled to Selma, Alabama this week to face a Concordia College, a four-year team, which is going to bring us a whole different set of challenges. It is. You know, we expected a lot more experience on the field than what we would generally see in a junior college program, and they had some older kids in there. They had a couple of injuries. Probably the most prominent one, they had lost their starting quarterback the week before, so they were a little bit behind where they wanted to be, I'm sure, offensively. But, you know, our guys were really focused coming in. They had a good week of practice and preparation, and our guys went in there and they really, you know, again, focused in on what they needed to do and did a great job executing on Saturday. Well, your first half highlights are up next. You're watching The Burt Williams Show.
Shotgun snap, hand it off. Here is Javon, and there goes Javon. He's at the 30, at the 20, 15, 10, 5. Pistol formation. Thomas going to air it out, far sideline. Leaping catch. Touchdown, GMC.
Guys, they're everywhere. They're killing us from the outside. We've got to cover the cracks and crevices. We cannot let them penetrate. Ready? Ready! We got to protect perimeter. Let Bughouse get rid of your pest nightmare.
Elbows connected to the arm, and your ears are connected to your brain. Your legs connected to your toes. My elbow's connected to another part of my arm. Your wrist is connected to your joint. The hand's connected to the elbow.
Excuse me, your change.
It's nice to know you can trust people. State Farm is counting on it. They want you to talk to your neighbors, then call a State Farm agent, find out how you can get discounts up to 40%. See, State Farm insures 40 million drivers. That's more than Geico and Progressive combined.
Then call State Farm agent Karen Rowell at 478-452-4502.
At Georgia Military College in Milledgeville, our singular objective is your success. Financial aid, free tutoring, flexible class scheduling, and online classes are great reasons to start your college education. Apply today, gmc.cc.ga.us. It's your future. Start it with Georgia Military College.
Wide receiver, Thomas back to pass. Slant in, hits him at the 50. He's off to the races and stopped at the 35. Get play just underway, 2 minutes gone by. Inside handoff, Javon tries to cut.
We won the toss, coach, coming out here. We're going to get a low line drive kick fielded by Pitts. He's going to take it up and get us out across the 30.
You know, pretty good job, guys, fitting in there, getting on the blocks on a low height kick, as you said, and then we come out offensively, doing a nice job right here. Pat finding Montez McGuire, you know, slant bubble over there from the boundary, giving the ball to Javon, which is something that's been good for us all year, and he does a great job running the stretch, you know, finding the hole, popping it outside, and getting the first down.
Then we're going to come back out here and hit Atkinson down here at the bottom of the screen on a little out route. And he comes up and fighting hard to get in the end zone, just comes up short.
Yeah, Q was right there. Great job, catch and run by him, and working hard to get to the end zone. Then unfortunately didn't quite make it. We had to pull Javon in there to punch it in on the goal line offense. He does a good job, and the line does, and come out there and we jump ahead to a 7-0 lead pretty early on.
and a great opening possession. You can't ask for anything any better. Come out focused, move the ball down the field, and put 7 on the board.
It's, you know, always, you know, when you go on the road and you wonder how guys are going to react to the different situations, fans in stands, all that type of stuff, and our guys really did a great job coming out, playing hard, playing with great focus and great execution, and you can see the defense getting after it there. Devontae Covington, and I believe that was Jamarlo Alford, who was one of our captains. Yeah, he's from pretty close by Selma. Great job on the day as well. But here's Chris Duffy. Good job in coverage, steps up under the throw, gets the pick, returns it for a touchdown.
And we kick it through, and we're up 14-0 quick, and there's no great to be up fast, especially on the road.
Well, it is, and you know, I think that quick start took a little bit of the wind out of the sails of the Concordia bunch. You know, I know they were pretty hyped before the game and all, you know, getting ready to play, but the fast start and, you know, here, maybe not the best decision right there. Probably should have taken a knee right there and given them a little bit better field position. But we got them on their heels right now, and you know, defensively we're coming out there, we're fitting in. But great job by their running back here, breaking some arm tackles and pushing the ball out close to midfield.
Then you come up and see the D-line stepping up here. Great penetration. We're able to do that all day and giving him nowhere to go.
Yeah, you know, great fits on our pressure calls from the D-line and the linebackers. And they really did a good job. I think we allowed them less than 60 yards rushing on the day. So really proud of the way we handled that, and less than 150 total. But they're actually putting some things together here on this drive. They're kind of rallying a little bit. You know, they're at home. They want to show their home crowds that, you know, they can get it done. And they come out here and, again, doing a good job moving the ball. We bust coverage. Chris made a great play the series before, but he kind of busted one there, and we give up the touchdown. He
comes up and redeems himself, though, with a nice batted down ball right there on a 2-point conversion to make the score 14-6.
Yeah, you know, again, Chris, he's got to keep his eyes right there on the receiver and play the corner out a little bit better on that touchdown. But, you know, good for him. He doesn't go into the tank right there. He steps up and makes a big play. And, you know, we don't get quite the blocking we want on the kick return there, starting at our own 21. But when number 2's carrying the ball, we've got a pretty good chance to move those chains and get out in front of them.
Come back here with a little play action, hitting Judd on a wheel route up the sidelines for a nice gain.
Yeah, you know, they actually did a nice job falling off and covering the wheel, and the post that it was coming behind popped open there. Would have been nice to hit Zyricus on that, but nice catch and run by Akeem. And then Javon does what he's done all year, and that's, you know, make great runs and put points on the board. And we answer their touchdown with one more of our own to extend the lead up to 21-6.
And once again on the run, you see the patience of Javon really setting those blockers up and taking his time. It's like he almost, it's just hard to say, but never gets in a hurry to score.
Well, he doesn't. You know, he does take his time, and he does set those blocks up, as you say, and that's, you know, when you're running the zone scheme, which he is especially good at, he really has a nice feel for it, and that's one of the most productive schemes that we've had on the year with him running the ball. And you can see right there, have a little bit of a breakdown. They try to run play action, but they had a bust in the backfield, and Jakeevan Jackson steps right up under the crossing route right there for the pick. And they caught us in a blitz right here. We had a bust on protection. Got Joe Harris back finally there. We got a little mix-up in the protection set right there. Joe's been gone since third game of the year, coming off surgery, and good to get him back on the field. But they stopped us there. We had to punt, and defense is back on the field. Great play by Desmond Reed right here, getting that tackle.
And the defense is going to step up right here. They're going to create a turnover and get this fumble, something they did all day. I think there was probably 4 turnovers they got on the day.
Actually, I think there was, I think we had 6 on the day. We had 4 picks, 2 fumbles. But the guys did, you know, again, exceptionally well. Again, Javon, just making a great run right here. A nice cut. And again, you talk about the patience of the run and setting it up. But, you know, our defense really at this point is leading the country in turnovers, which is, you know, pretty important to our success, obviously, but pretty impressive.
It's 28-6 right here. Going to get a nice high kick right here, pinning the runner back. And as they come down and get good coverage on this one, Coach, now's the time we really need to come out with a big lead and kind of step on their neck, if you will, and make some plays and finish it.
No, you're exactly right. You know, we're wanting to do that. You know, we're rolling guys in. We want to finish this off as quick as we can. But we also want our young guys to come in there as we're starting to roll them in and do a great job in execution. And, you know, really was pleased on the whole. You know, those guys did an outstanding job keeping you know, keeping the pressure on Concordia on both sides of the ball and stepping up and making some big plays. And you see Emmanuel Bird right here running the read play here and doing a great job running it. Nice run here by Akeem Judd as well. He had right at 100 yards on the day. And again, he and Javon are such great complements to each other. You know, their running styles. You know, Akeem a little bit more of a slasher. But here's Arika Sletman. Great ball thrown out there by Emmanuel Bird. Arika's high points it for the score, and we extend that lead.
I mean, you can save that one as just textbook of how to throw it up and give you guy a chance to go get it.
Well, when you have a guy that can elevate and's got a real good set of hands, you know, you can do that. And he did a nice job putting the ball where Arika was the only man that could go up and get it. So we come back on the coverage here, and you can see the guys hustling downfield. Jaden Lee, number 51 in there, finishing off the play and just doing a nice job with the coverage.
Then they're going to come back here, and we get a big sack, a big hit right there by number 95 from behind.
Jamarlo Alford, again, captain for the team that day, and he's from close by there and really did a nice job leading our defense on the day, and just happy to have him have such a good day there close by the house.
Then we're going to come back out here. We're going to try a little reverse pass here where McGuire comes up and throws a bullet down the field to a wide open Williams to get in for the score.
Bullet? You're pretty kind there, Mr. Matthews.
He's a receiver.
Montez, he actually caught a little bit of grief for that throw, although it ended up exceptionally well. But, you know, we thought they'd set up with the pursuit, you know, especially getting off to a good start offensively. We felt we had that one set up, and we've been holding that one off for a couple of weeks and wanted to get it on film, make some people work for it, and it was executed very well.
Rutherford comes back and puts it out of the end zone again. They're going to come back here on one last final play, throw it up, and we're going to get another pick right here by Duffy, and that's going to end the half.
Yeah, Duffy's second pick of the day. Again, you know, that one, that was more of a right place, right time, and a softball going down the middle of the field into the half. You know, not as great a play, you might say, as the first one, but still good to be in position to make that pick and stop that scoring threat and go into half with a big lead.
And you mentioned it earlier, but to go with face a four-year school, and you mentioned the focus, but I can't say enough about this, the focus and execution they came out with in the first half.
Well, you know, I was excited about the way our guys got themselves ready, and I told them early in the week, you know, if a four-year school calls us to come play, it's because they're wanting to get a win, basically. Four-year program, two-year program. And, you know, I think our guys kind of took it a little bit personal. You know, they got ready to go, and I think that they were going to go out there with great focus. First team, second team, you know, even the threes as we got down the line, getting those guys into play. But, you know, they wanted to go out and make a statement that, you know, they were going to get the job done, and they did.
We'll be right back with your second half highlights. You're watching the Burt Williams Show.
First. Now it's a flea flicker. Going to pass it down the field. Complete at the 25-yard line. 15, 10, 5, touchdown.
Excuse me. Your change.
It's nice to know you can trust people. State Farm is counting on it. They want you to talk to your neighbors, then call a State Farm agent, find out how you can get discounts up to 40%. See, State Farm insures 40 million drivers. That's more than Geico and Progressive combined.
Then call State Farm agent Karen Rowell at 478-452-4502.
When you get your statement from your financial representative, are you confused by all the extra fees? Grant Financial Group ends the confusion with flat-rate, fee-based asset management. Our team of professionals can handle all the financial needs for your business or your personal assets at significantly lower cost. We have relationships for everything from accounting to legal issues with a premium on service for you. Come see us today and let Grant Financial Group provide you with long-term success in your financial future.
Elbows connected to the arm, and your ears are connected to your brain. Your legs connected to your toes. My elbow's connected to another part of my arm. Your wrist is connected to your joint. The hand's connected to the elbow.
At Georgia Military College in Milledgeville, our singular objective is your success. Financial aid, free tutoring, flexible class scheduling, and online classes are great reasons to start your college education. Apply today, gmc.cc.ga.us. It's your future. Start it with Georgia Military College.
Pat from the shotgun gives it off to Javon. Dances outside. Dances again outside to the numbers. He's at the 30, 45, and dragged down at the 48-yard line. Dogs have the H-back on the right side. Pat Thomas back to pass now. Plenty of time. Throws it right side.
Coach, we're going to come out kicking the ball off, and Rutherford's going to pick up right where he left off and kick another one out of the end zone.
You know, Brandon really did a nice job on the day in every aspect, and really all year. The only time we had an issue on a kickoff, he kind of kicked it a little bit too much down the center of the field, and they got a pretty good return on it. The rest of them were dead on perfect. But defense comes out here and you know, doing a good job, you know, holding the Concordia offense and, you know, pushing them back and forcing the punt right here. And you know, we come out here, Dante Beckham is away from the ball, and you know, really kind of gets a little cheap shot there by their guy, didn't get called. But we come back out here, you know, want to get Javon one more series on the day, and he does a nice job coming out and having a nice run here from scrimmage.
Yeah, making some moves and getting up the field, and then we come back out down here and talking about those big wide receivers. Here's another big body going up and making a catch.
Yeah, Keenan Lewis, freshman receiver out of South Carolina for us. You know, really talented guys, kind of coming on a little bit here towards the end of the year, and really does a nice job high pointing, going up and making the play. And you can see Akeem, again, did a nice job on the day running. And another guy we finally got back on the field, Ty Flournoy Smith there, tight end that got hurt in the ASA New York game earlier in the year, broke his foot. Just finally getting back out there, and certainly good to have him out there with Tamon Hampton and Austin Christopher, you know, getting our tight end strength back up to where we want it to be here as we get to the end of the year.
And a great job by him on making a catch with his hands. And they come back out here, going to get a little bit better field position, going to start out on the 30, but that defense steps up right here and makes another play.
You know, again, you know, throw a ball out soft. Buddy Byers doing a nice job in coverage, you know, reading the situation perfectly, steps up, makes a great play right here. Called a block in the back there not long after the interception, so the touchdown didn't count. But great job by Buddy. And here we see running the naked boot right there. Tamon Hampton doing a nice job on the crossing route, and Emmanuel throws a good ball to him. And here we go to Tayari Thompson out in the flat. You know, our starting fullback for most of the year. Tayari had a good day as well. And again, you know, Emmanuel right here, nice play by the DB there. So we'd have to go for the field goal, and Brandon comes out for a long 47-yard field goal and splits the uprights.
And that rates the score 52-6. And like you said, you know, as you put some of these subs in here, you don't see a lack of play. Everybody seems to keep their focus and play and execute the game plan.
Up to this point, everything, you know, really had been performed very well, and I would say defense continued to perform very well. As we got into the fourth quarter a little bit, and, you know, we're in it now, we started having a few breakdowns as we got, you know, generally I'd leave one or two starters on the offensive line in there for some continuity, but we had gone to a full backup group right here, and we had some bust there with our protection, and we give up a safety, which got pinned down there deep on the punt and all. But we got to be able to come up. It wasn't anything we shouldn't have been able to handle, and that's something we got to do better at. Didn't hurt us this game, but it could in the future. So we give the ball back, 2 points in the ball back to Concordia, and defense has to come out and stop them.
And they do. They step up right here, once again, creating turnovers and getting the ball back to our offense.
Yeah, Jeremy Boykin did a great job right there. Didn't even realize at that point he was so excited about the interception that he had dislocated his finger. Actually took about 5 more minutes over there on the sideline. He finally looked down at his hand and realized what had happened. So we had to get him fixed up. But, you know, come out here, you know, I think Durbano had gotten a little stiff there. It had been a long time since that first quarter punt. And they came out there and didn't get off one of his best by far. But, you know, defense is out there. Again, they're running back, doing a good job, running hard, and these guys are trying to get in there and pop a score into the end zone. But the defense is bowing their back right here, and they're working hard to keep them out. And I think this fourth down play, they get a little bit of an errant snap, and the defense is penetrating, and they tackle the man just inside the 10.
and then we do them a favor with a high snap, snap it out of the end zone, and give them 2 more points.
Yeah, we had a different center in there, and he threw it a little bit high and away, and certainly very quick right there. So, you know, again, giving them 2 safeties right there at the end is something that was very upsetting on the offensive side, and something that can come back to haunt us. We got to do a better job with that. Offensively, we had 3 quarters of good focus, got into that 4th quarter, and kind of started falling a little bit short there. But defensively, we've done a pretty good job, though we busted coverage on that wheel. Didn't hurt us right there, long fly ball, and we got guys running around trying to make plays that maybe are not on the field as much as they normally would be.
We're going to come back up here, keeping it on the ground, picking up a first down, able to keep the clock running. And I think this is going to be our last actual play of the day, and then we're going to line up in, I know what's your favorite formation, Coach, victory.
Actually, Bear personnel, victory formation. It's always good when you can get into it to polish off the game right there. So you see going out there to shake hands, and Coach Lee working hard to build that program at Concordia back up and all, and I think given time and support, he'll be able to do a good job with that. Obviously a very fertile area for recruiting talent there in lower Alabama, and I think he'll do a good job there with a little bit of time. But good to go into somebody's house and get a win, a solid win, and try to get ready for this last regular season game.
Especially over a 4-year school, and the thing I think that was most impressive to me about it was how your fronts played on both sides of the ball, defense and offense. With maturity, you would think that's where they would have an advantage.
Yeah, you would, and really with all the pressure that they showed on film, we thought they would bring a little bit more. They were a little more vanilla with the fronts and what they showed on film, and you know, we'd had a bit of concern going in because they did show a lot of different sets, blitzes and things and all. So they gave us a little more of a vanilla look, and I think that helped some. And when they did blitz, for the most part, we did a great job picking it up and making them pay. So that may be why they got away from it earlier in the game.
We'll be right back to wrap things up. You're watching the Burt Williams Show.
Shotgun snap the pass. Back to pass. Throws over the middle. Touchdown, Dogs. Buffington throws it. Here's Myers with an interception at the 43. Inside handoff. Javon tries to cut around the left corner. He bounces outside into the 20. Down to the 15-yard line.
Guys, they're everywhere. They're killing us from the outside. We've got to cover the cracks and crevices. We cannot let them penetrate. Ready?
Right.
We got to protect perimeter. Let Bughouse get rid of your pest nightmare.
Elbows connected to the arm, and your ears are connected to your brain. Your legs connected to your toes. My elbow's connected to another part of my arm. Your wrist is connected to your joint. The hand's connected to the elbow.
Excuse me. Your change.
It's nice to know you can trust people. State Farm is counting on it. They want you to talk to your neighbors, then call a State Farm agent, find out how you can get discounts up to 40%. See, State Farm insures 40 million drivers. That's more than Geico and Progressive combined.
Then call State Farm agent Karen Rowell at 478-452-4502.
Comes up under the pocket, picked off. Duffy picked it off at the 48-yard line. He's still on his feet at the 20. Gets a block, goes to the 10, takes it to the house. Touchdown. And Sims in motion right to left. Give it off to Javon again. Goes left side. Javon bounces outside again. He's at the 30. Bounces out to the far sideline. 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, GMC.
Well, Coach, your record's been pushed to 10-0. This week you're going to travel to Blacksburg, Virginia, to Virginia Tech to play who has become one of our better rivals in recent history in Lackawanna, who is always a talented, scary bunch of, a team to play at the end of the year, especially with a big target on your back.
They are always very good, very physical. They always are very good on both lines of scrimmage, offensive and defensive line, and this year's no different. Usually have a couple of linebackers that are really, really good. And one thing defensively, they're going to try like crazy to stop the run, and we can see on film, they've got 7, 8 guys, committed to the box to take the run game away. And run game's kind of probably what we do best. Not that we're not very capable in the passing game, but with Javon and Akeem and the job that our line and tight ends have done this year, I'm sure they will have as many people committed to the box as they feel they can get away with, to the point of not leaving anybody uncovered, But offensively, they've got a great tailback of their own, big physical offensive line, so it's going to be another good challenge for our defense. This guy can run physically, and he also has get-gone speed, so we got to do our job, make sure we fill gaps, and then be ready for probably as physical and emotional a game as we will have played all year, because there is that rivalry, and there is a little talk back and forth and a little bit of excitement. And our guys probably look to this game as much as a rivalry game as any of them, except maybe snow. So there'll be a lot of emotion at the game, a lot of excitement, a lot of intensity, and we just got to do a good job getting ready for it.
And a lot of that excitement and intensity is because of the atmosphere that you'll be playing in, going up and playing in Virginia Tech, just a beautiful stadium, a beautiful place, and it has to help to keep these guys focused and not looking past this ball game for anything. This is a special moment for them.
Well, it is, and we've been fortunate to have an unblemished record so far, and one of the reasons we've been able to do that is because we have been able to focus on the job at hand, taking care of business this week before we worry about anything else. And they're kind of starting to talk a little bit, a little excitement. People are calling and all that type of mess, and it's a situation where I told them yesterday at practice, hey, you can't get to a championship game if you don't win this one. I said, we're basically in the playoffs right here. If you don't win this one, you don't progress. So, don't worry about what's going to happen after this. Make sure you go out there and do the best job you can, making sure our team gets a win on Sunday. And I think we had a good day of practice to start the week off, and I think we'll continue from there.
Are there any major injuries? Of anybody that's going to be held out of this ball game?
No, actually we got Joe Harris back on the offensive line. That'll help, and we got Ty Smith back at tight end. We're probably more healthy going into this game than we have been the last 3 or 4 weeks, with various guys having some bumps and bruises. But we're in pretty good shape. We just got to get through the week healthy and the week of practice and be ready on Sunday.
Well, join us here next week for all your highlights. You've been watching The Burt Williams Show.